been to Londis,
Stone
that we used to go to as kids, and it's mad that we went back in there. Got a white Kit Kat.
Oh, and we got the new.
We got the new orange fingers. We looked for the orange buttons as well,
We
but
did have them, but there's
they
none
literally
left.
had the sign for it, but there's literally none left. I think everyone's raided them. So.
So we'll have to get them another time.
Yeah, and it's Friday the 4th of September.
Yep.
And we come for a little explore.
Basically.
There's a pub that we used to see as well, next door. K's with me. And yeah, I'm going to try this white Kit Kat, and I think I've already had it though, I'm not sure. But
what is it? Oh,
white. Taste test, I think I've already tried it though. Yeah, it's good. It's good. You want a bit?
Okay.
Had it before?
How do I... That's nice.
Nice? She approved. So, we just come out of Stone, and it was quite a nice nostalgic walk, although all we did was go there for snacks. But we saw your old village hall, we used to do dance classes at. We saw the old Londish shop that we used to go to as I was probably about 9, you were 11, or maybe probably younger than that actually. Yeah, about 7 maybe for me. So if Rick's watching, then the way we walked here was the way we did it. And I did it all myself, I knew the way, so thanks Rick for the advice.
I guessed it, most of it though.
Well, I guess most of it, but once I knew, when we got to the golf course, Delapre, I knew the way from there. So if you can hear me, then good, because there's cars. But anyway,
now we're going
thanks Rick.
Now we're going to the garden centre.
Now we're going to the garden centre. So yeah, so Rick, if you're watching Rick, then that's the way we went. So thank you.
You want a chocolate finger?
Save some for her then. Trying the orange fingers. Basically tan fingers.
Smells like Kit Kat.
Hey? You couldn't, mate. I could.
What?
It's so good. I've got orange tang. Excited, Mum? No. Excited for it or not? I am.
Did you say that
Thanks, Kelly.
Sam was doing?
Okay. Read mine.
Okay. For your sister, birthdays are always so special because it's the only thing we didn't have to share as kids. It's a time to say what a lovely sister you are. You are so funny and smart. Brainstorm, you crack me up, and also almost as brilliant as me. I will always.
I didn't even read these.
I'm always.
It's a joke, Kelly. It's a joke. Don't.
I'll always be there for you.
It's a B. It's a B.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't read it.
I read it out to you, but you were too busy. She was too busy looking around. So.
Okay, I'll pick you up when you fall. Obviously, after I've laughed about it first, and there's an egg.
I didn't laugh, but okay.
And be the best friend you need. So even though sometimes we annoy each other. 2 avocados.
That's in the card, not me.
To Kelly, it's just another way of showing we love each other. Happy birthday, sister. Hope you have the best day possible. Thanks for everything you do for me. Love you lots and lots. Lots of lovely love from your bro, Dean. 4 kisses.
The writing is terrible. The writing is terrible.
That's what Granddad
But the card is so stressful.
Did you take the price off it?
Yes.
Yes, the smiley face is not even drawn on. That was like on it too.
Sorry, but what cracked me up is the bee.
The bee.
And then there's 2 avocados.
Not avocado, but
Right.
comedic value. That's what I went for.
Do you want me to read yours out as well?
I had to read it to her because she had no glasses on.
Right, okay then. Happy birthday, daughter. To the lovely birthday girl, this is sent with lots of love for a super special daughter who's the nicest in the world. You make us proud, you make us smile, you're brighten up each day. Today is the day to let you know. You're loved in every way. qFNOP, to a lovely daughter, happy 26th birthday, many happy returns of the day, lots of love from your mum. Hope you love your gifts so far, there are more to follow.
I had to put that because of the.
And then that's meant to be me.
That is you, yeah.
No.
With a skirt
I
on.
know it's pink on
With a
it.
skirt that's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
shorts, but they look like
Wasn't very
skirt.
many good ones
No,
around,
yeah,
was there?
skirt that looks like shorts.
Really.
It is hard to get cards.
That's
Yeah.
just something. too
26 today. No, I know
26
that.
today.
hard. Yeah, I know, but we
Your
saw
20s
it.
are exciting years with plenty of freedom to have fun with, all your own money, partying hard, lots of hot dates, live life to the full and enjoy. Your 20s don't last forever. qFNOP, have fun and enjoy your 26th birthday. Lots of love from Mum and Dean.
We got that. 'cause we
Lots of
couldn't get
hot dates.
We couldn't get another 26, see, so.
Oh, that,
So we did it as a, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hot dates,
We
yeah.
saw all of them and I was surprised. they
You can
had
go on
another
hot dates.
26.
20's not over
that's
yet.
all the cards.
That's
That's
something different because especially as you've missed a card with Granddad, you can count that really, I suppose, in a way.
Yeah, yeah. 20's are not over yet, so you still can go on hot dates.
We're not putting that up though, because
You can put it up if you want.
I read it
You
anyway.
can still go on hot dates, 20's not
I
over
didn't
yet.
put his name in anything because I thought it
Although you're in the second half now.
upsetting.
She's in the second half of her 20s.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, then she hasn't turned 26 yet because it's when 11, is it 11 o'clock? Is it 11 p.m. you had her? Is it 11 p.m. you had her?
Yes.
11:25
So she's nearly tomorrow.
tonight.
Yeah. So she's not 26 officially
Right, my
till
cards
then.
are all together.
11:25.
Take the money out.
So
A little bit more than that.
She had bubble wrap. That's all she had. She couldn't get tissue paper.
for me. It's fine. Go on.
Not very good.
ASMR. Oh. There we go.
She didn't have anything else. Was
Go, Kelly, go. Oh, the curve.
yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Your face, like,
Oh, smiling, that's what mine's running.
that's fine.
No, No.
I guess we won't get it, so if I get recorded of it.
It's a great thing again.
Yeah, because you don't do it, you don't do it.
Your hack, Mum.
That's on there now.
Now it does, yeah. Now it does.
Oh, you can get one of a bowler.
Bowler photo.
Get you for your bowler photo in the front behind your name. I don't know. Well, Mum's would go in it. You can't.
Yeah, I'll do it. That's cool.
That's funny. I like that. Birthday would be cool, wouldn't it?
Free Wi-Fi.
They're doing that. They're doing that. Bowling for Kay's birthday. I don't know if you can hear me, but bowling for Kay's birthday. Mum's here too.
Lake's got my bumper up now.
Hi. Mago?
It can't happen.
Mago.
Let's get scratching.
Not in the middle, no! Oh, thank God. She got something. I thought she was going to score a goal. Hey! I was careful. Right, Mum's go. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Having fun?
Hi. Yeah.
Don't do what Matt does. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
You put what you're wearing on that.
Yeah, I know.
16. Sorry, I'll probably right.
No, it's cool. Oh, it's caressing the bumper.
Loves the bumper.
Thumbs up. No? Okay. I feel bad though. I don't know.
Do you put all your fingers in the hole?
What the heck?
Do you put all your fingers in the hole?
I just got a strike somehow. Mum's got 2 spares.
Is that what I've got?
Come on, Kelly. Come on. You've technically got 2 strikes, but it's just a bit longer. You got.
One of them green balls is like another. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
One of them green balls is like
Next to bowl is Mum. The holes are smaller though. Yeah. Technically I'm losing, but sorry. I feel bad.
I didn't want to win.
I want you to win.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I am still.
So you recorded and said I want to win.
Sorry, I didn't think you were going to say that. I'm on 1% anyway, I don't know how I'm recording right now. Oh. Oh, she's almost did it again. Are you mad? Go on, Mark.
Come on then, strike. 1 it says now.
Yeah, because one person left after Mum. You're having fun?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, she's missed. What? Ooh, the light though. Well, one of those things has fell out of the tree. There's little bloody, what are they called? Like boomerang type leaves. It's down there.
Well, that's at Grandad's. Yeah. Wait, that's Grandad's.
Try one.
That's ours.
And light behind us. Ooh.
That was ours there. Oh, she's got that stuff up in her bedroom. Yeah. That stuff that I wanted up.
Hiya.
Oh yeah.
I'm recording, by the way.
That's where I used to live.
And I showed it.
Years
Showed the
ago.
vlog. I didn't vlog with
Year old I was.
We met our uncle and Joe, his partner,
No, she's not there.
and we went for food. But I didn't vlog with them because they don't. I don't know if they would let me vlog with them. But anyway,
Well, he's gone out, I think.
I'll go now. Good. I've got lasagna, Mum's got spag bowl, Kay's got spag bowl. What? Gourmet.
It's a bit more darker.
Focus.
Yeah, I've got a what's the name in it?
I have.
You need to know the size. There's a couple of quick ways of finding out the size. One is you look on the back of the lens cap where it tells you the diameter of the lens. Or secondly, you can actually look on the end of the lens and usually it tells you there somewhere around the rim. So once you've identified what size you need, just screw the mounting ring on the ND lens. Another filter you might want to consider is a circular polarization filter. Just look at the effect it has of removing the sun glare from the camera. And this also applies to water surfaces and glass. You vary the amount of polarization that's been applied by simply rotating the filter. And lastly, make sure you clean your camera lens and also your filter. Even if they look clean, clean them, because I guarantee you they're not clean. And dust particles will show up on your shot when you download the camera. Okay, so now we're ready to set the camera up. First thing we'll do is put the camera into manual mode and then adjust the aperture and the shutter until the EV meter is on 0. This will give us the optimal shot. So take a note of the shutter setting and then head over to the Lee Filters app. Lee Filters do a few apps depending on which filters you have. So the first thing you need to do is put your shutter speed on the left hand dial. In this case that's 1/25th of a second. And then head up to the top of the app. Select which ND filter you're using from the top, and in this case we've chosen an ND10, which gives us an exposure time of 40 seconds. Now we go back to our camera, and because it's over 30 seconds exposure, we use the bulb mode. Set 40 seconds, same aperture, same ISO, and if you don't have a bulb timer in your camera, you can use the built-in timer in the Lee Filters app. Just before we take a look at the shot with the ND filter, let's just have a quick look at the before shot. You can see there's ripples on the water from the breeze. The castle reflection is okay, but not too vivid, and the clouds in the sky are pretty static. Now let's transition over to the shot we've just taken, a 40-second exposure with an ND10. As you can see, there's quite a difference. The surface of the water where we saw the wind is much smoother. The reflection of the castle is silky smooth. However, this is just a personal preference. Up in the top left corner you can see some movement from the breeze. Personally, I don't like movement which creates a slight blur like this. I like it to be nice and crispy. Foreground movement can be quite distracting to the eye and really take your eye away from the shot. Whilst I was setting up the ND filter, I was pretty fortunate this lady came to sit down and read her book, which made a perfect addition to the photo. Yeah, I hope this little tutorial helped. Now we can dive into the talk, where I'll be showing you various ways on how to use ND filters to create different effects.
As a background when we're doing video work.
Yes, Claire and I sit in front of a white background, and it's like a giant softbox basically.
It is, yeah, it's what it's supposed to be. So it's supposed to be for white backgrounds when you're doing that sort of pure catalogue white for family portraits that was all the rage sort of 5-8 years ago.
Fabulous. So that is all our questions that we have had.
Awesome.
So thank you everyone for joining us. If you want to see more of Gavin, we usually rope him into Facebook Lives every Tuesday. I say every Tuesday because I'm going to make him do every Tuesday.
You know I'm back here tomorrow as well, don't you?
Tuesday. You're back on here tomorrow as well?
Yeah. I should have said save the good questions.
What time are we on tomorrow?
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime. So 1:30, 1:35-ish.
Yeah. Well, look, we had a bit of a demo set up in case no one showed up. So if there's no other questions, we'll do a demo on this tomorrow.
And someone's asked, what's the link to the Facebook page? If you just search Olympus UK, you'll find all the old videos from Gavin on there that he's done live sessions for and loads of others. So head on over and check that out. But otherwise, we'll be back with everyone tomorrow.
Excellent. Okay, there you go. That brings us to the end. Thank you very, very much, everybody, for swinging by. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you're around tomorrow, come back here, join me, more questions, and I'll try and do a live demo as well. We'll make it more exciting. And if not, I'll catch you again soon. Righty ho, take care.
Thanks, Gav. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Claire.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
As you may have seen from those last few clips, I'm at the virtual photography show right now. And it's actually a lot more fun than I thought. I mean, you get to go in Zoom calls and you get to sort of listen to people's insights about what their job and everything. So it's nice to actually, you know, still have something this year that will make me think good about my life, I guess. I don't know if you can hear me because the music next door is really loud, so I'm trying not to speak too loud because I don't want them to hear me. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, I'll show some more what I see because there's some live happening soon, so I'll show you some.
it makes me understand that there are a couple kinds of communities out there. One is a community that you can join, the photography show, the video show. These are communities that you can join and participate in right now like we are. But there are also communities that you build. And you build communities around your projects, your products.
So I think there's two things. One is meeting someone and telling them what you do is one thing. Actually making an appointment or trying to secure their time, you really need to know that they're the right people, because it can actually backfire a little bit if they're not the right people. Because obviously, if you are meeting people all the time and they're coming up to you and trying to take your time, obviously it can be quite difficult if it's absolutely not right for your organisation or business. So wherever you're thinking of working, do a little bit of research before you go to show people your work, so that the people that you're showing your work, are in the kind of arena that have already some interest or are working in that field. Save you a lot of time, but also enable you perhaps to make very useful contacts which you can keep going then via email.
Getting plugged into the right networks is such an important thing. We talked about that before, but it's how do you do that? Well, if you are where you live, there might well be some local arts networks. That's probably slightly less relevant now, but I think there's tons of other possibilities. We'll put up a list of links and resources at the end, which includes some other possibilities for networks to join. There's quite a lot of news photography going on still. And there might be possibilities for people like wedding photographers who might actually suddenly have a more important role. If you've got a wedding that is just a dozen people instead of 100, somehow the photographs could become more important. So I think it's really just a question of thinking around these subjects and working out what the possibilities are, and then making contact with people.
I think in terms of artists that have a disability, I think the world is changing. There's some fantastic organisations out there that are working very hard to change the world. I mean, we have a partnership with Dada in Liverpool, and we're also partnering Venture Arts, looking at their younger artists and doing mentoring workshops with them. And I think one of the big questions that has actually been posed in terms of public funding is around the diversity of those voices that are being heard and how they're being heard.
This brings me to a good point, actually, and Neil touched on it at the very beginning, that probably none of you guys have ever heard of me before TPS, but my colleagues and I would quite possibly be the most published photographers on the planet when you think about all the big marketing campaigns that the studios do, and they get to every corner of the world, and while the films that we work on are translated into many different languages, the stills aren't. The stills are the one constant thing of the film which flows through, whether you're enthusiast, semi-pro, pro, but for the enthusiasts out there, I love you guys. You've got photography for the pure love of it, and I envy that, because my photography is to put food on the table and pay for my kids' school fees, and more his hockey tournaments. But I admire what you guys do. Now, this shot, when I first took it, I didn't even like it. I just left it out. And now I look at it and it's got, you've got Neo's exit, you've got the phone, you've got him in some outer world style going on. And this is more indicative of my style of photography now than what it was then. Before, I was like interested in, just the poster shot tight and images like that. But I've grown into this. So, go back through your back catalogue and take a look at what you've got, because you get surprised quite frequently. And, I do. It's really fun to revisit.
Yes, you do.
Waffle on.
No.
Okay, cool. So this shot, there's an interesting story to this actually, because this is actually hanging in the Academy of Arts and Sciences as a permanent exhibition. The Charlize Theron's Furiosa in Mad Max Fury Road. There's a lot of people that will criticise you. There's a lot of people that criticise me. But you know what? If you love an image, you love an image. Don't let anyone talk you out of what you feel inside for your photography. You can also hate your work too. That's not a problem. But, you know, I see a lot of stuff online, you know, especially being a Nikon ambassador, you know, I try and contribute and help people out. And you'll read on social media people just slamming it. And it's like, hey, hold on, have a look. You know, the framing's beautiful. They didn't have the right light, but we don't always get the right light, you know. So, you know, it's worth working on a little bit of a blue curve through it or something like that. But with something like Mad Max, that was all mine. And to the point that it influenced the way that the film was coloured. It ended up being more saturated than what I did in the end. But, you know, through the edit suites, they had, you know, 300 or 400 of my images so that people would walk down the corridors on their way to their edit suite, getting a little bit pumped and influenced by what I was doing.
We've got 10 minutes left. And then
oh, jeez, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to tell these stories, this stories later about...
We nick on school online afterwards at some point.
Yeah, cool. But there's a good story between these two because this is on a rig and this one is handheld.
Okay, we'll go back to back straight into your talk if you're all right, because I just want to get Jason to answer these questions. So,
oh, thank you. That's very kind.
Right. Do people come to you for your work, or do you have to find a contact to show a portfolio to?
My last 7 or 8 new clients have all come from Instagram. I've got a website. Don't bother to go to it. It hasn't been updated for years. If you want to see any relevant and latest work, it's all on Instagram. I think people understand now that the quality's there. And, you know, Insta's pretty important and you got to do it right. You know, you shouldn't, I think, you know, you have a personal page and then you have a work page, and don't put your food photos on your work page and your photos of you, all your selfies and stuff like that. You know, keep it on point, and it'd be great if you guys could come and follow me on my Insta. And I'm always open to questions too. So if you message me there, I'll always get back to you, and whether it's, you know, a direct answer or direct you to my YouTube channel, whatever.
the cool blue light. Like the cool.
Come and join us, come and meet the team, come and ask us some questions. I'm Gavin Hoey. Thanks for watching.